First we had a look at the Sage, and today we're gonna have a look at the Reaper in today's Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker Media Tour. And I'm really curious about it. I'm already giving it a 10 out of 10 RP wise. Let's see how it is combat wise.
Reaper is so edgy, and really it's just living its best life. Or afterlife?
Wow, I love the scythe so much.
Anyway,
Looks so
this
cool,
is
the
its
weapon.
job gear. I really like the hat. I'm pretty sure that I heard somewhere that covering one of your eyes will increase your DPS, so it's got that going on.
Just like the
Scythes
Black
are
Mage.
one of the coolest weapons in all of creation, and yeah, this does not disappoint. But first, I have a disclaimer. I was sponsored by Square Enix to try out this development build of Endwalker, and everything
That's so
that you
cool, I
see
think.
here is subject to significant changes. That includes potencies especially, since a lot of them change throughout all of the jobs. I would not
To
worry
balance,
about
yeah.
them. But anyway, let's take a look.
That ghost is
Reaper
so
has
cool that you
two
can summon.
main resources. There's the soul gauge, which is the red one, and the shroud gauge, otherwise known as the blue one. The overall goal is to use your normal attacks to generate soul gauge. Then you spend the
1 second. So this is a bit like with the red mage, isn't it? And even like that sound and when it's like at a certain threshold. Oh, that is so cool. So
known
I
as
think the skills
blue one.
look cool
overall
as
goal
well,
is
right?
to use your normal attacks to generate soul gauge. Then you spend
Wow,
the soul
this
gauge
one.
to use avatar attacks. Using one of those attacks will unlock the use of a Soul Reaver attack, and those will generate Shroud Gauge with the blue one. And then you spend the Shroud Gauge to let the avatar possess you, which I'm
Possess
sure is
you?
perfectly safe. Once in your spooky mode, you go real fast and you alternate attacks, and you finish it off with a big 1000 potency casted attack called Communio. Also, this
Wait a second, guys. Did they change something again here? I'm pretty sure in this trailer, like there was like this one trailer that showed like the job actions. I didn't see this. Like there's some skills and also being possessed. Did we see this in this job actions trailer? I think we didn't, right? Like are there some new skills now?
which I'm sure is perfectly safe.
Or they didn't show it
Once
as
in your
deep maybe
spooky
there, I
mode,
don't know.
You go real fast and you alternate attacks and you finish it off with a big 1000
Whoa.
casted attack called Communio.
That's epic.
Also, this graphic is just a single target. There's also AoE versions of this stuff. So for the normal attacks,
I will get
generate
this
your
job
soul
for
gauge.
sure.
Reaper
I'll
is
level
a
it.
melee, and thus it must have a 1-2-3 combo. It is
What's this
known.
other
And
gosh,
that
though?
combo is slice into waxing slice into
Waxing slice.
infernal slice.
So we are
All
waxing
of
enemies.
which will increase your soul gauge, which is the red one. Then for AoE, you have an AoE combo, spinning scythe into nightmare scythe. Please do not use this on single target. And then there
What's
are
AoE
two
one?
normal attacks that are on charges. This is soul slice for single target and soul scythe for AoE. These will generate a whopping 50 soul gauge. Okay, so that was the normal stuff. Next are the
But one thing
avatar-
I've noticed here, but he maybe didn't put all the skills in yet. Like there are not so many skills here. It's okay. I thought I would have like more skills, right? But if you look at the number and like how much is here, like still empty. I don't know.
are attacks, all of which will cost 50 soul gauge. There's Bloodstalk. for
It's kind of
single
like-
target, and Grim Swath
From the
for
model
Tony.
skills, maybe like
Both of
Samurai?
These will unlock one Soul Reaver attack. Then there's an additional one on a minute cooldown called Gluttony. This is a big potency AoE that gives you 2 Soul Reaver attacks. Now on to
Samurai
the
doesn't
Soul
have
Reaver
too many
attacks.
skills too,
There's 3 of
right?
them. And these are the ones that generate 10 Shroud Gauge, the blue one. For single target, there's Gibbet and Gallows. These are the ones with positionals, and when you use one of them, it will enhance the other one. So you will be alternating uses of these. As a side
Wow.
note, these will also alter your Bloodstock, but that just happens anyway. You don't really have to think about it. It's just the button changes.
How do you
The
spend the
AoE Soul Reaver attack
the
is
blue
called
thingy?
Guillotine, which is a cone. Once you've got 50 Shroud Gauge, it's time to spend it on Enshroud to, and I quote, offer your flesh as a vessel to your avatar? You get a whole makeover with glowing
Wow, this is so cool. So the blue thing is kind of like the soul gate or something like that. It's like the blood gate or something like that, right? And once you have filled the soul thingy to 50, you're actually changing. And I'm pretty sure if it's over 50, then you have like maybe a longer duration for it, right? Like 50 is like the minimum you need to transform or let's say be possessed. And once you go above 50, I'm pretty sure Like let's say you have 60, it will last like a second or two or something longer maybe.
I quote, offer your flesh as a vessel to your avatar.
You also get new skills, right?
When you makeover with glowing red eyes and glowing arms and probably
whoa, like you turn into a vampire or something.
But hey, you do more damage now. Your Soul Reaver and Avatar attacks will now transform into their
shit, is this cool
versions. Okay,
this is so cool.
You have 5 available Lemure Shroud stacks. When you spend these on the upgraded Soul Reaver attacks, they will burn up and allow you to use the upgraded Avatar attacks. So for single target, you will do this. Void Reaping into Cross Reaping, which will burn up 2 Shroud stacks and allow you to use Lemure's Slice. You do that combo twice, and you'll have 1 stack left to use on Communio, the big finisher. Then instead for AoE,
so this Communio,
you do 2 Grim Reaping into a Lemure's Scythe, and you do that combo twice and finish it off with a Communio. And that is the core loop. It may sound a little strange, but once you play it, it's actually very intuitive and flows super well. I was pushing the
whoa, what is this skill?
As I say and not as I do. But that's not all. You've got an array of tools to help you out. The most important tool is this debuff that needs to be on your targets at all times.
That makes it take more damage, right?
It increases the damage that you deal to said target by 10%. Shadow of Death is your single...
Wait, so it's sort of like Trick Attack, right? And like every group wants a good Reaper to keep this up at all times, like on cooldown. Okay, that's cool. So I see like a lot of jobs and the functionalities come together here. We have like parts of the samurai if you like look at the rotation, because like you rotate like I say like you have those 3-4 skills around, then you use like those cooldown thingies and stuff, and you build up something sort of like the red mage. It's kind of like what I like so much about the Reaper right now, from what I'm seeing. You have like a lot of jobs come together into one. You have a bit of red mage in it, you have a bit of samurai in it, and you even have like I don't know if I can say it's like a bit like black mage, but when you look at certain skills and certain like rotations, there are like a few aspects that remind me a tiny bit of black mage even. And it's like a melee job. So it's like interesting to see that certain ideas that were good about certain jobs were like taken and built into the Reaper. But I hope this won't lead to like people just playing Reaper, and then when you go like for dungeons, like 60% of all melee DPS are Reapers. Like I hope it won't be the case, but I know it will be at the beginning of the release of Endwalker, of course, because everyone wants to like level them up and learn them, especially like Sage and Reaper, right? And Summoner, a lot of people will pick up Summoner again, I'm sure.
Is your single target version of this, and Whirl of Death is your AoE version.
Whirl of Death, I like the name of it.
I this up because I'm a big
Sounds
old
OP.
dummy and I cannot read. Reaper's ranged attack is
Harpy.
called Harp, and interestingly, it has a short cast time. Related to that, there's 2 gap closers, Hell's Ingress and Hell's Egress. One of them jumps you forward, the other one jumps you back. And when you use one, the other one changes back to a teleport to bring you back to your Hell's Gate.
That is so cool. So you can dodge boss mechanics that way.
Harp instant cast. And Reaper has utility. There's Arcane Crest. It's a shield that you put on yourself that's 10% of your HP and lasts 5 seconds. If it breaks, you get a regen on everybody. So
what?
And this is a fun one. There's Arcane Circle. It's a 3% damage buff for everybody around you for 20 seconds. But the real kicker is that they all have 5 seconds to land a weapon skill or a spell. And if they do, they will give...
This one has like more utility than Ninja, and of course like Samurai doesn't have anything for like the group and stuff, really. This is interesting. Like this job has like everything, come on. Like I'm pretty sure this will be nerfed heavily, right? If it goes live like this one has way too much in comparison to other jobs.
Stack, which you can have up to 8 of them if everybody does it. Yes, that means you 2 healers. You can spend these immortal sacrifice stacks.
I love the animation so much of the ghost you summon.
Which goes up in potency according to how many stacks that you have. And as long as you have 1 stack, which you always will, it'll give you 50 shroud gauge, so you can immediately go into avatar possession mode. And the last thing that you've got is Soul Sow, which allows you to use Harvest Moon. It's a big AoE attack. Soul Sow is
looks cool with the lightning
of combat, but it has a long cast time during combat.
To
You'd
Reaper.
probably only be doing this during downtime or, of course, outside of battle. And that is everything for Reaper. I had a freaking blast playing it. It just oozes.
Yeah, I can see
everything
that
in it.
visually. It's a
Not to
freaking
mention that
blast.
I'm a particular fan of Reapers in general. Winky face. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
watching. And all
that's
of my
so cool,
videos on the
Reapers.
Endwalker job changes are out now. So check out the playlist in the link in the description below to watch the next one. Okay, bye.
Wow. Yo, this is such a fun job to play, I think, from like the whole way it rotates. And it seems to be way more mobile, like more agile than the Samurai. It does have like a very, very interesting rotation. It does remind me at parts of the Red Mage how you have to fill up that gauge, and then once you have like a certain amount, like you spend it or you like transform. And this with like the transformation reminds me a bit about like the heat gauge, for example, on the machinist. That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like there's like multiple aspects from certain jobs in this one. We have a bit of like machinist, a bit of black mage, a bit of samurai. We have a bit of ninja in it. We have a bit of red mage. Like, it's like all coming together in like one freaking job, and it's also quite spooky. And now Halloween is coming up and everything. Like, this is incredible, guys. I would definitely level this up together with the Sage. Because the Sage seems like a very fun healer because it's so offensive. By the way, guys, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to have a look at the media tour to the Sage, we also checked that one out. It's on this channel, so feel free to look for it. And wow, Endwalker, I'm so hyped for you. Like, seriously, I can't wait till this release comes out, like this expansion. Like, we're gonna get like a lot of really cool stuff. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna add like even more glamour and more mounts and stuff. So if you are one of those hardcore farmers that want to have all sorts of glamour and mounts and minions, I'm pretty sure we get a lot of that as well. And oh wow, Reaper, I will level one up. What do you guys think about the Reaper? Please leave it in the comment section. And if you liked this video, please don't forget to like this video. This will help out with the YouTube algorithm. I wish everyone a wonderful day. Please stay all safe and healthy, and I will see you guys next time.